Hey you folks, Rika Rocks 1001 here. I thought I'd make a update video on that yellow controller that I got from eBay. That Type 1 PS2 controller. Here it is. Now, when I got it originally, well, one of the sticks, well, it's an unfortunate story, but there's a happy ending. Let me tell you. I originally, well, the left stick and right stick, when due to wear and tear, they will start acting more like the directional pad rather than a joystick. And if you play racing games like Gran Turismo and other stuff, that can be a big issue. But I took out the left stick. I used a soldering gun and swapped it with a spare broken PS2 joystick. It was from a Model H controller. I swapped the left stick because when I cleaned it, I accidentally made the left potentiometer, making the character going forward when they shouldn't be when you're not pressing on the joystick. And a calibration would not fix it. I even tried using it on my computer. It kept pressing up. This is what the joystick looks like on the Type 1 controller. And here's here's the official Sony one, what it looks like. Now trust me, if you have an old DualShock 2 controller that doesn't work, steal the joysticks off of that. I mean, that's what I did with my GameCube controllers. If you have a broken GameCube controller, take the joysticks from that and pop it in a Circa or TTX, or you get the idea, or that old school GameCube wireless controller, because the potentiometers in those are really good. Now, I only swapped the left stick on this one, and let me tell you, it works really nicely. The left stick, listen, that's from an official controller. Here's the one from the original. Yeah, the button is different. And also the one on the right one from the generic controller. It gets stuck sometimes if you have it apart, just so you know. But anyway, let me show you the controller in action. I've got Sonic Heroes in the PS2. So let's go ahead and fire up some of that. And so far, I'm very impressed with my purchase with the controller. I'm really loving this thing. The buttons are really nice. But anyway, I'm going to do the right stick tomorrow off camera, and then I'll pretty much do a follow-up update. Maybe I'll buy some more replacement joysticks, and I'll swap these joysticks and pop in some newer joysticks. Or maybe I'll do that with my green controller that I thought was legit and was not. I also took apart this controller just to see what the directional pad looks like. This is the one, just like the DualShock 3, it has the whole pivot thing on the D-pad itself instead of having that little cross piece underneath if you've ever taken apart a PS1 or PS2 controller. Let's do a tutorial just to get right to the action. As you can see, I'm pushing lightly on the joystick. As you can see, you got yourself proper control. And let me tell you, this controller is actually really nice. It almost feels like a legit Sony controller. And what the guy said in the video is he also swapped his sticks from a broken controller, which, like what I've done. And let me tell you, fixing this controller was actually pretty easy. Another pro for the Type 1 compared to the Type 2 is fixing the joysticks. I tried fixing them on the Type 2. It was a black controller, and I ended up, the motherboard was so cheaply made that I ended up accidentally ruining the motherboard rather than fixing the controller, because the same issue that happened with this controller, your character kept going forward. Now, let me tell you, oh, and the vibrations are really nice too. I miss it when Ryan Drummond did the voice of Sonic. Okay, I'm sure you guys want to see me try it with a racing game. Alright, we'll try it with, let's try it with the new game that I recently got this week. I got a brand new racing game. It's called Test Drive. We're going to pop that in. I got it for only $8 from my local Entertain Mart, or Vintage Stock, depending on where you're from. Some areas it's called Vintage Stock, others it's called Entertain Mart. So, as of now, I'm really satisfied with this controller. It's actually not that bad. I just need to swap out the right stick, and then basically I got myself a bargain for a controller. Let's just skip the intro. And this is one of those games that has pressure sensitive, so I can actually show how pressure sensitive works. Yeah, I'm not the best at Pong. Oh, I take it back. Hang on, I'm going to try and get at least, there we go. I wanted to break the tie. We'll just do a new game and do a quick race. Let's just get right to the action. There we go. Oh yeah. Come on. Let's make it 3, 2, 1. Oh well. Let's just get right to the race. As you can see, I'm pushing lightly on the controller. See, with this controller you have some sensitivity. And the racing is really good for this. The potentiometer on this with the newer style joystick, let me tell you, it's actually better on this than it is on the original joystick on here. I mean, when you get it out of the box brand new, they work fine, as the guy mentioned in the video. But once wear and tear happens, they'll start to act more like directional pads rather than analog sticks. Like if you turn a bit, then all at once you're flying. So with the original joystick, this game was kind of unplayable. And if you're going to play Ace Combat, it's definitely not useful. But anyway, just want to show to you that, well, I got myself a bargain. Now I just need to swap out the right joystick. So anyway, thanks for watching. This is ReekRox1 saying, if you're going to get a wireless PS2 controller for cheap, well, for cheap, and you know how to use a soldering gun, get the Type 1 controller. Because these buttons, even the shoulder buttons, there's some sensitivity. Just like a legit DualShock controller. The Type 2, which, like this green controller for example, this has the sticks issues right out of the box. All the buttons are digital, just like a PS1 controller. But I will give you one positive about this particular one. This will work with PS1 memory cards without interfering. This, on the other hand, I wouldn't be so sure on that. So anyway, I just want to share that with you. Thanks for watching.